Hi folks, look at Sharper Trades. A quick look on the crypto market and the Ethereum market. Both all crypto markets have been in this steady decline. Right now looking at the Bitcoin, and over the past week or so has imploded. So it broke the support at 42,500. And then came down to the next level, which was 40,000. And then from that point on, you see back in on this day, there was January 20th, again, looking at Bitcoin, there was a spike. We are seeing an upper shadow. There was a positive news that both Twitter and Facebook were entering the NFTs world for profile creation and the ability, especially within Meta, Facebook owned. They are planning to sell those NFTs within the platform. So that made a spike in the crypto, leading the BTC, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. However, that was short-lasted, and things have been imploding over the past 3-4 days. And we came all the way down to 34 with overselling, lots of downward volume. So this is an important moment. Right now is breaking the support trend line that matches those lows here back December a year ago, December 2020, a year ago, December 2020, yeah, right. And then those lows here at July 2021, and now it's breaking this level. Now inside the, and it's done this wave one, bounce, wave two, bounce. I will expect the bounce, and we may see so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth wave down could take us to 30,000. That's the next target if the sellers keep pressing. It's a possibility. There's a lot of things right now stacked against this Bitcoin and cryptos, and they're mirroring the market. What some of those experts were projecting, like inflation, it's awful for the stock market, is going to be a protection for those invested in cryptos. It's not a reality right now. The crypto market is moving down just like the stock market is moving down as a result of a variety of things, which includes the Fed's raising the interest starting in March. And then they're going to do it 4 times this year. That's not a good thing for volatile stocks, growth stocks, and the cryptos, apparently. They're affected, high volatility. And then there's been a talk or the intention of the Russian government to ban the cryptos. That's also another negative thing. And then our pieces of news here and there, but those are the 2 major ones. So that's what triggered this big drop over the past like 2 months, and then recently this past 5-7 days. Right? So now what do we do moving forward? Again, I would expect a bounce, especially since we are seeing on the daily chart this heavy sell-off, big volume, not as big as the one we saw here back in May, which makes me think we might have to get down there again, and that's when the price came to 30,000. We might have to get down there again. Ideally, we won't, but it's always a possibility. So inside the hourly chart, a little bit of a positive sign with some volume, but not a lot. I do like this 1-minute chart spike. Taking a closer look, so this is the whole, every bar, every candle is 1 minute. And let's see, so this is where it imploded down, got a bounce, started to make higher lows. That's the attempt of a reversal, and a big downward volume right here, but didn't trigger a sell-off, triggered a bounce, so that's positive. And then here we got a breakout, the upside with some volume, green, that's positive. And then did a pullback and is retesting the 35,750. For simplicity, let's call it 35. So 3,500, that's a level that needs to hold. If it breaks below that, it will come back to test 34, and then it's going to do the 32,500 and then 30,000. Those are the levels I expect price to retest if it breaks those recent lows, 35, 34, right? So that's the 1 minute chart. The 50-minute chart, it doesn't tell much except for these little bounce. Ideally needed to break and hold these 36,170, those prior highs. Yeah, 36,200 is not there yet. It popped through it, but then it re-entered the resistance. So it needs to move past that. And if we make that move an extension, we could see then upper prices, higher prices in the level of 37,500, 40,000, so on and so forth. If, again, makes the move. The daily chart right now, because of this big sell-off, I will expect some sort of bounce, especially with this heavy volume. This is generally when people freak out, oversold, and new fresh blood comes in. But let's see what kind of bullish move we get, because the bounce is a bullish move. Sometimes is oftentimes is where buyers get caught in a small move to the upside, and then the thing resumes the previous trend, which right now is down. So cautious. Again, I will expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a possibility if price breaks this low at 34, then that's the direction. So keep an eye on those levels. And in terms of moving averages, the 80 that would be the first resistance level. And then the next point of test is the 21 SMA, 34 MA, 50 SMA. Until price moves back above the 50 SMA and holds, this thing is going to be in a downtrend. Right? So ultimately, the 50 SMA is what will tell us the direction for the midterm. Right? All right, so that's Bitcoin. And then briefly on the Ethereum. Ethereum, just as bad. In fact, even worse, it made a bigger drop. It broke the 2,700. Today came down to 2,300. And this did also this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. It's a fifth wave down-ish. So this might be down right now, but again, it will mirror what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin is the leader of the pack. Inside the 1 minute chart, 1 hour chart, got a bounce. It's back above the 50 simple moving average in the hourly chart, but that doesn't mean much. We want to see volume. The hourly chart doesn't tell us much right now. The 15-minute chart, either. We're not seeing much volume. So that's a bit of a weak bounce, so bear bounce. In the 1 minute chart, this is similar to the Bitcoin, where we saw the oversold with the large downward volume, and then more downward volume here, where people lost patience or freaked out and panic there. And then here the fresh new blood that came in, some big volume bar, green, but then didn't get the follow through. With 1, 2, 3 push, and then lower highs, and it went down. So right this level, this is where it's critical. It's holding right now this breakout point to the upside where there was volume, is testing this. But if it breaks below 45, 80, 40, 45, 70, 45, 80, then this thing is going to pull back and retest those recent lows. So we're looking at 24, 100, and then here 2371. So that's the recent lows inside the 1 minute chart, and then prior to that, then the next support down here are 2,300. So pay attention to those levels moving forward. And it's going to be critical the next week what kind of news comes out of it. So this one has also broke this support trend line, just like in the Bitcoin, needs to come back above it. And again, in terms of moving averages, the resistance we're looking at are the 80 MA, the 21 simple moving average, 34 MA, the purple line, and then ultimately the 50 SMA, which is what we need to move past to return into bullish territories. Right now we're not there, so be careful moving forward. All right, folks, thanks for watching, and good trading. See you in future videos.